Hey guys, welcome to the video. This is a video that I wanted to make for quite some time because several months ago I created a fictional map of the valley from the Karate Kid Cobra Kai universe, where you can see almost all important locations from this universe. Let's just imagine that the main characters from the show would open Google Maps on their phone or computer and they would want to visit some of the famous locations from this universe. So what they would see and where those locations would be. That's basically the point of this video, where those locations would be if the Cobra Kai Karate Kid universe was real life. So in a while I'm gonna show you all of the locations that I put on the map and then I will tell you more about each location. Here we can see the valley, or San Fernando Valley. That's the full name of the valley, but in the show they refer to it as the valley. So now I'm gonna show you all the locations and then I'm gonna talk more about each location. So here we go. Okay, here we have 9 locations from the Karate Kid Cobra Kai universe. We have Daniel and his mother's apartment from the movies. Then we have Johnny and Miguel's apartment. Then Cobra Kai Dojo that Johnny founded in the show. Then we have the West Valley High School. Then there is the park where Eagle Fang was training in season 3. Then we have La Russo House. The next one is the dealership of La Russo's. Then we have the original Cobra Kai Dojo from the movies and from season 4 of Cobra Kai and so on. And the last one is the All Valley Sports Arena on the top of the map. So now I'm gonna tell you more about each location and why I put each location into that particular place. Let's start with Daniel and his mother's apartment from the movies. This was actually the easiest one because the apartment complex is in Reseda in real life. So you can actually visit this place in real life on this address that you see on screen. And that's exactly where it should be in this Cobra Kai Karate Kid universe. So there's nothing more to say about this. This was really the easiest one. The Johnny and Miguel's apartment, on the other hand, was much more complicated task because the apartment complex that we see in the show is not in Reseda in real life. However, in episode 10 of season 2 of Cobra Kai, we could see on Daniel's phone when he was trying to find Sam through her phone that Sam was in the corner of Wilbur Ave and Sherman Way in Reseda. And since she was in Johnny's apartment, now we know where Johnny and Miguel's apartment should be in this universe, which is the address that you see on screen. Now in real life there is some apartment complex that looks a little similar to what we see in the show, but it's a different complex in real life. So just keep in mind that if you go to that address in real life, you will not find that apartment complex. But in this Cobra Kai Karate Kid universe, this is where the apartment complex should be. Now the address of Cobra Kai Dojo that Johnny Lawrence founded in the show. This one was actually pretty easy, because we got the address in the show itself, when Johnny was trying to promote his dojo in season 1. We could see the address on numerous occasions, which is the address that you see on screen. Now, what is a little surprising is that the Cobra Kai Dojo is supposedly in Van Nuys. However, in the show it is also said numerous times that the dojo should be in Reseda. It's also fair to say that the dojo is very close to Reseda, but it's already in Van Nuys, so that's a little surprising, but that's the address that the creators themselves gave us, so this should be the correct address. Now let's take a look at West Valley High School. This one was a little complicated because it's never stated in the show or in movies what the address of the school actually is. All we know is that it should be in the west part of the valley because it's called West Valley High School. So when we look at the real map of the valley, we could see some places that have West Valley in their names, like West Valley Occupational Center or West Valley LAPD Police Station, and so on, but no West Valley High School. However, there are some schools in that area as well, and when I looked at the address of the school that they used for filming in the first Karate Kid, it was coincidentally in West Valley. It used to be a regular school back then. Nowadays it's just an adult learn center, but that's the address that you see on screen. And so that's the address that I decided to use for where West Valley High School would be in real life. Because that's the location that they actually used, and it's actually in West Valley. Now, some people may say that it's too far away, which may be true. Maybe it could be a little bit more to the east, but, it is still in West Valley. It's also where they filmed the first movie, and there are some real schools in the surrounding area in real life. So that's why I decided to put the location on that place. Then we have the public park that used to be the dojo for Eagle Fang in season 3 of Cobra Kai. Now, this one was pretty easy to find because in episode 7 of season 3, Johnny tells Hawk and the others to come to the corner of Havenhurst and Magnolia, which, when we look at the map, we can see that there are 2 public parks in the corner of these 2 streets. So, in this Cobra Kai Karate Kid universe, it should be one of these 2 public parks that Eagle Fang used as the dojo in season 3. Okay, the next one is LaRusso House from the show. When we go back to the end of episode 8 of season 1, Daniel's cousin Louis told Johnny that Daniel's house is in Encino Hills, Escalon Drive. So, thanks to Louis, we know where the house should be. We don't know the exact address, but at least we know the name of the street. Then we have LaRusso car dealership, which was much more difficult to figure out, because the only thing we know is that the main car dealership should be in Sherman Oaks, which is next to Van Nuys, where Tom Cole, the rival of Daniel and Amanda, has his dealership. But when I looked at the game called Cobra Kai The Karate Kid Saga Continues, there is a map in that game, and on the map it is stated that LaRusso car dealership should be on Morrison Street. Just to be clear, the map as a whole in the game is all over the place, because most of the places are not where they should be, but this one could be correct, because Morrison Street is a very long street that's in Sherman Oaks. So I believe that in this universe, the main car dealership of Daniel and Amanda would be somewhere on Morrison Street or near Morrison Street in Sherman Oaks. Now, let's take a look at the original Cobra Kai dojo from the movies and from season 4 of Cobra Kai and so on. Now, in episode 8 of season 4, Terry Silver tells Johnny to come to the corner of Magnolia and Lancashire, which is where the original dojo should be. And the last one is the All Valley Sports Arena. I remember that several years ago I read an article which mentioned that it was supposedly written in a novel of the first Karate Kid or something like that the All Valley Sports Arena belonged to the California State University in Northridge. So it was supposed to be the part of that campus. And when I looked at what it looks like in real life, there is an actual sports complex called Matadome. And I believe that's what would be the All Valley Sports Arena in Cobra Kai Karate Kid universe. And that's it. Now, you have probably noticed that one of the most important locations in this universe is not on this map, which is Miyagi Do Dojo. Now here's the thing. I believe that I've found a perfect place for where this dojo would be in this universe. But there is a lot that needs to be said about this, and since this video is pretty long already, I have decided to make part 2 of this video where I will talk just about Miyagi-Do and I will tell you where I believe it should be in this Cobra Kai Karate Kid universe. So if you have enjoyed this video and if you want to see part 2 with Miyagi-Do Dojo, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you can also leave a comment in the comment section below if you want to. I will try to upload part 2 as soon as I possibly can. So thank you guys very much for watching and I will see you in the next video.